This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 9th day of October in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. Guyana has launched an early warning system on drugs, becoming the 7th country in the Caribbean to do so. The warning system is in response to the evolving drug landscape, which is no longer limited to traditional substances, but now includes a wave of psychoactive substances. Using the system, the law enforcement agencies, health and forensic sectors, in particular the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Ministry of Health, the Guyana Forensic Science Laboratory, will be able to connect in real time and detect emerging drug threats, share information, and take preventative action. The government of Italy, the Organization of American States, the Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission, and CARICOM are among the other institutions supporting the initiative. Director of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, James Singh, today said the warning system was conceptualized based on Guyana's National Drug Strategy Master Plan 2022 to 2026, with the intention of strengthening institutional coordination in the fight against the spread and use of illegal drugs.
Because no single agency can deal with this alone. It takes a coordinated effort. But it's also to enhance public safety and integrate scientific data into policy and operational decisions. All right, so what does that mean? In practical terms, it means that when a new drug or when a new dangerous substance emerges, whether it's on the streets, whether it's in a lab report or in a hospital, the early warning system will ensure that that data is captured, verified, and translated into actionable intelligence for all relevant stakeholders. This is not just about a technical development. It is a national safeguard, and one that will save lives.
Singh said the early warning system will guard against emerging psychoactive substances that mimic traditional drugs and are often disguised as herbal mixtures, candy, and vaping products, and the effects could be devastating. Specialist at the Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission, Pernell Clark, said psychoactive substances are increasingly creeping into communities.
And while traditional drugs continue to be trafficked and consumed, cocaine, marijuana, that is still happening, that's not going away. The drug market in our region is today defined by the emergence of new psychoactive substances and synthetic drugs. Opioids, such as fentanyl, have resulted in dire consequences for several of our OAS member states, particularly those in North America. These substances are often mixed with drugs such as cocaine and cannabis and other substances to increase their toxicity and their health risks, often without the user being aware of what they are actually consuming.
Clark pointed out that overdose incidents, toxic events, and deaths reach epidemic levels in the U.S. and cause significant issues in Canada. He said those occurrences should serve as a stern warning to Latin America and the Caribbean of the potential impact of the emerging threats.
The Barbados Early Warning System, early in 2023, issued 2 warnings on the discovery of methamphetamine as well as synthetic cannabinoids in their drug market. In fact, only last week, when we were preparing for this event, there was a recent seizure of products from a corner store, a grocery store, somewhere in Barbados, where gummies and other products were being sold. But the difference in these products is that they were found to contain something called, and I hope I get these names correctly, semi-synthetic cannabinoid hexahydrocannabinol, HHC.
The official also said the early warning system is a critical tool that helps countries to identify, assess, and respond to emerging drug threats, particularly from new psychoactive substances and existing drugs. Through the system, alerts and warnings are issued to targeted populations regarding the potential dangers surrounding the drugs. He noted too that the launch of the early warning system in Guyana speaks to the government's commitment to tackling the scourge. Early warning systems have already been activated in Antigua and Barbuda, Jamaica, Barbados, St. Lucia, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's a 2025 Denmark Music and Entertainment Awards. Let's go!
Even if you're away.
Firstly, dress up, charge up, rise up.
Let him go. I'm from a kingdom where we live by the laws of God, not the words of people.
They all left undone. It was my fault.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful experience. I think they should have it every single year for all the Guyanese artists. And I think they should show more, Guyanese people should show more support.
I feel amazing. I feel so grateful to be a part of it. So it's great to see the cultures building together and actually building a bridge closer together.
Don't know why I tried to find love in these eyes.
The National Drama Company of Guyana presents Laugh of the River, written and directed by Al Crichton Jr. on Saturday, October 11 and Sunday, October 12 at the National Cultural Center. Showtime, 8 p.m. Tickets, $3,000, $2,500, and $1,000. CSEC and CAPE students, your tickets are $1,000. See you there.
"300 persons have been shortlisted for the second International Human Rights Law Certificate course, which is a 6-week program being conducted by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance. At the launch of the course last evening at the Royal Hotel, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance Gail Teixeira said the response to the program has been overwhelming, with more than 1,000 applications submitted. Given the overwhelming response, Teixeira said a decision was taken to increase the intake from 200 to 300. She said the certificate program, which has been recognized by the UN Human Rights Council, is taking place at a time when the world is confronted by existing, new, and emerging challenges that touch and concern human rights. Quoting the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister said war, poverty, and climate change are among the issues that must be addressed head-on going forward, and the certificate program takes those emerging challenges into consideration.
The test of the next 80 years will be war and poverty, climate change, runaway technology, runaway space technology, and the new challenges that we can't even think about and imagine right now. And so in these contexts, this course that you're doing will go through changes, contextual changes. The first one we did, we dealt with the treaties that Guyana had ratified, the Guyana Constitution and the Guyana Human Rights Architecture, and we also added in the right to development, AI, climate change, and food security. In this context today, we've added in the anti-corruption and human rights, for example. What's the connection between corruption and human rights?
The launch of the second International Human Rights Law Certificate course is in keeping with the commitment of the Parliamentary Affairs Ministry to advance human rights education and strengthen the capacity of citizens to understand the application of human rights principles in keeping with the Guyana's Human Rights Treaty obligations and in alignment with the principles and objectives of the UN Charter. The program coincides with the UN's 80th anniversary, and with it being the first of its kind within the Caribbean community, the Ministry of Governance extended an invitation to CARICOM nations. But according to Teixeira, the response was less than favorable.
We still have to work. We decided this year to invite some of the CARICOM countries to send nominees to join the program virtually. They didn't respond as we'd hoped, but we'll keep at it. We'll keep at it because we believe that our CARICOM sister countries can benefit from the program either by joining our classes and or to create their own.
Coordinator of the International Human Rights Law Certificate course, Anil Prasad, said the participants will be educated on the fundamental concepts of human rights and the human rights architecture here in Guyana, including the constitutional, legislative, and institutional projections.
So the course is called the International Human Rights Law Certificate course, and what it is designed to do is introduce participants to the fundamental concepts of human rights law. The course critically examines foundational topics such as the history, development, and nature of human rights, the legal foundation and framework for human rights, key human rights instruments, and the regional and international frameworks for the protection of human rights. The course also seeks to introduce participants to the concepts of rights holders and duty bearers, and the rights and obligations of various players within the international human rights framework.
The course will run for a period of 6 weeks, with virtual sessions being held 3 times per week. It will conclude on or before Human Rights Day, the 10th of December. In 2024, 1,000 applications were received, but 200 persons were shortlisted. However, 162 persons graduated from the program. Well, Guyana could now borrow as much as £3 billion from the United Kingdom, the British High Commission here in Georgetown has announced. The High Commission explained that UK Export Finance, the UK's official export credit agency, has raised its financing capacity for Guyana from £2.1 billion to £3 billion. The UK Export Finance is the UK government's export credit agency, providing finance and insurance to help exporters win contracts, fulfill the orders, and get paid. The British High Commission said the increase is a reflection of the UK's confidence in the Guyanese economy and fiscal sustainability. She said it marks a further deepening of the bilateral relationship between the two nations. According to the British High Commission, the announcement was made by a delegation from the UKEF and the Deputy Trade Commissioner for Latin America and the Caribbean during a meeting with President Irfan Ali. It said during the meeting the President set out his priorities for collaboration over the next 5 years. The announcement comes at a pivotal moment as Guyana accelerates its infrastructural development and positions itself as a key investment destination, reinforcing the UK's role as a trusted partner in driving inclusive growth, the British High Commission said. The Guyana Power and Light Company has signed a $15.6 million contract with InterEnergy Group of the Dominican Republic for supervisory, engineering, and project management consultancy services. The agreement is intended to support the acceleration of the modernization of Guyana's energy infrastructure, GPL said. InterEnergy is expected to help Guyana improve its grid reality and advance the country's transition towards a smart grid. The power company said a 2-year contract follows a memorandum of understanding which was signed back in 2024, which laid the groundwork for technical collaboration, project management, and capacity building. It was also explained that under the agreement, InterEnergy will provide project management and oversight for major infrastructure projects, ensuring technical compliance, timely execution, and integration of smart technologies for GPL. The company is also expected to deliver technical advisory services in operation and maintenance of generation assets, conduct audits, and recommend improvements for reliability, efficiency, and cost effectiveness, lead smart grid integration, including technical gap analysis and developing cost-effective expansion plans, while designing the integration roadmap for full-scale smart grid deployment. Under the agreement, InterEnergy is also expected to support capacity building and reporting and deliver regular progress reports. According to the statement, Minister of Public Utilities and Aviation, Deodat Indar, underscored the importance of capacity building within the power company. He said it was a very rigorous negotiation process, and the contract reflects the best interests of both the governments of Guyana and InterEnergy Holdings. GPL Chairman Maurice Gajadar described the partnership as a historic step forward in strengthening regional ties and advancing Guyana's development. He said it marks a significant milestone in the relationship between the Dominican Republic and Guyana, and the collaboration reflects the willingness of the two friendly nations to work together for mutual progress. The chairman of the InterEnergy Group, Rolando Gonzalez Bunster, said the two sides have built a partnership that goes beyond the value of the contract. According to him, it represents a meaningful connection and symbol of commitment to supporting a country like Guyana. The head of GPL's executive management, Kesh Nandlal, said the collaboration also represents a significant step forward towards transforming Guyana's electricity landscape, improving service delivery, and ensuring that the grid is equipped to meet the country's growing demand and the 2030 goal of a smart grid. In defending what was then a proposed contract, President Irfan Ali last month said similar services could cost the country as much as $40 million. The procurement contract was single-sourced. It was placed before Cabinet on the 17th of July.
The National Drama Company of Guyana presents Laugh of the River, written and directed by Al Crichton Jr. on Saturday, October 11 and Sunday, October 12 at the National Cultural Center. Showtime, 8 p.m. Tickets, $3,000, $2,500, and $1,000. C-Second Cape students, your tickets are $1,000. See you there.
Guyana. On Saturday the 15th November, the Guyana National Stadium comes alive as the Sheriff's Entertainment, Dream Team Entertainment, and Team Rodney brings to you the premier international music festival featuring Massacre with a live band performance. Female dancehall sensation Chanel Muir, alongside Cranium, the Melody God, and some of Guyana's top artists, Super Ray and Stitchy One Man Band, and Guyana's top local DJs. This promises to be a night to remember. Win an exclusive gate prize of a brand new car. Saturday, 15th November 2025, Guyana National Stadium, the premier international music festival. This event is sponsored by
PK Goods and Consultancy Services, Guinness,
Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, Crown's Hair and Beauty Emporium, Sunrise Cruise, Rodney's Court, Info 10 Media, 94.1 Boom FM, Fire Fireside Grill, Rude Boy, Platinum Sponsors, Crowns Auto Nation, and NP Mining.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
It's a 2025 Denmark Music and Entertainment Awards. Let's go!
Even if you're away, 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 away.
Firstly, dress up, charge up, rise up.
Let him go. I'm from a kingdom where we live by the laws of God, not the words of people.
They all left undone. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful experience. I think they should have it every single year. All the Guyanese artists. And I think they should show more, Guyanese people should show more support.
I feel amazing. I feel so grateful to be a part of it. So it's great to see the cultures building together and actually building a bridge closer together.
Don't know why I try to find love in these eyes.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks for wash it soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright, have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Wash it soap powder, wash clothes so nice. Wash it soap powder, leave your clothes color bright. Wash it soap powder, have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. I can start with one step. Or one promise. One thrill. One first time. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember. Or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life. Just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Eight persons have so far been questioned about the 146.9-pound cocaine bust at the Chenijagan Airport as the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit continues its investigations. The cocaine was about to be loaded onto an Amsterdam-bound KLM flight when the bust was made. On the sidelines of an event today, the director of KANU, James Singh, told reporters that the agency is working with its local and international partners to probe the large cocaine bust. At the time of the drug bust on the 20th of September, one suspect was taken into custody. However, that person was released after 72 hours elapsed. The cocaine was found in 53 plastic-wrapped parcels stashed at the bottom of a unit-load device, which is used to load cargo and luggage onto an aircraft.
We have an idea who's behind this. The difference is that's intelligence, that's information. To put that to court, now that's where the hard work is. And I'm saying this because the public needs to be aware that when we seize drugs and we arrest someone, that is not always the case where persons have to be able to give evidence. And that's the only way going forward. So oftentimes it may take a lot longer, but considering the fact that this is an international operation, obviously, we have to work with our colleagues overseas to ensure that it's not just what we do here, but it has to match what's happening, because the evidence that we have here will be used in another territory.
So far for this year, KANU has seized more than 112 kilograms of cocaine and 1,500 kilograms of marijuana. According to the KANU director, the majority of the cocaine is coming from neighboring Venezuela.
Like the police force, our job is to stop the flow of drugs coming into Guyana. And at times we would have held foreign nationals with large quantities of cocaine and prosecuted them. I'm not going to label and say all Venezuelans or all members from another territory are involved in drugs. What I will say is that the drugs are coming from Venezuela into Guyana.
And acknowledging that the country has porous borders, the KANU director said the Guyana Defense Force and the Guyana Police Force, with the backing of the country's international partners, are working to strengthen border security. He said while KANU has made a number of major drug busts, it is important to prevent the flow of drugs.
For KANU, our aim, our mandate is to stop the flow of narcotics. I would have said this before, standing on 4.4 tons is not a success. We found it, but it should not have arrived in the first place. So we have to put up, and we continue to work on putting up a strong deterrence that Guyana will not allow the flow of drugs into their country, and that's why we're working with our international partners.
Guyana is seen as a transshipment point for cocaine and other illegal drugs, and KANU has been teaming up with its local and international counterparts to combat the drug trafficking trade. In the aviation sector, regional carrier Caribbean Airlines has been recognized for its service and has been named as the Caribbean's leading airline brand for 2025 at the 32nd Annual World Travel Awards. This is the 9th consecutive year that Caribbean Airlines has won the award. The World Travel Award acknowledges, rewards, and celebrates excellence across all key sectors of the travel, tourism, and hospitality industries, and is globally recognized as the hallmark of quality in global travel and tourism. According to a statement, through its expansive route network, dedicated service, and commitment to regional integration, Caribbean Airlines continues to elevate the standard for aviation excellence in the region. And the latest accolade reaffirms the airline's commitment to delivering value, reliability, and a uniquely Caribbean experience to its customers. In addition to the top honor, Caribbean Airlines has also won awards for the Caribbean's leading airline, the Caribbean's leading cabin crew, and the Caribbean's leading in-flight magazine. Over the past year, the airline has expanded its network into the French Caribbean, now connecting 28 destinations across North and South America and the wider Caribbean. It has also introduced innovative enhancements to its airport baggage handling systems and refined its product offerings to better meet evolving customer trends. The award comes at a time when there appears to be major management changes taking place at Caribbean Airlines, with the company's CEO recently announcing his resignation. 49-year-old West Coast Marara laborer Balaram Busesser, called Navin, was remanded to jail on Tuesday over the murder of his 15-year-old stepson Sudesh Singh. The incident took place at the family's Stewartville home. During his court appearance at the Brilliant Hoop Magistrates Court, Busesser was not required to enter a plea to the indictable murder charge. He is accused of chopping his teenage stepson to death on the 3rd of October. The teen reportedly had borrowed a relative's bicycle to run an errand, and when he returned home, the chain of the bicycle had slipped. The stepfather reportedly told the young man he should get it fixed right away, but he became impatient as the teen did not move immediately. Arming himself with a cutlass, the 49-year-old man reportedly hit the teen with it and chopped him to the neck, resulting in his death. The young boy's mother witnessed the entire ordeal. The accused will make his next court appearance on the 10th of October for the continuation of the matter.
The National Drama Company of Guyana presents Laugh of the River, written and directed by Al Crichton Jr. on Saturday, October 11 and Sunday, October 12 at the National Cultural Center. Showtime, 8 p.m. Tickets, $3,000, $2,500, and $1,000. CSEC and Cape students, your tickets are $1,000. See you there.
Guyana, On Saturday the 15th November, the Guyana National Stadium comes alive as the Sheriff's Entertainment, Dream Team Entertainment, and Team Rodney brings to you the premier international music festival featuring Massacre with a live band performance. Female dancehall sensation Chanel Muir, alongside Cranium, the Melody God, and some of Guyana's top artists, Super Ray and Stitchy One Man Band, and Guyana's top local DJs. This promises to be a night to remember. Win an exclusive gate prize of a brand new car. Saturday, 15th November 2025, Guyana National Stadium, the premier international music festival. This event is sponsored by
PK Goods and Consultancy Services, Guinness,
Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, Crown's Hair and Beauty Emporium, Sunrise Cruise, Rodney's Court, Info 10 Media, 94.1 Boom FM, Fireside Grill, Rude Boy, Platinum Sponsors, Crown's Auto Nation, and NP Mining.
Live the island dream. It's your chance to be one of over 100 winners in the Island Dream promotion. Win your share of more than $1 million in cash and prizes, plus 2 all-inclusive weekend staycations for 2. And that's not all. Score coolers packed with Buster, Turbo, Altitude, and Viva. Just buy any can or bottle of Turbo, Buster, Altitude, or Viva. Find the code starting with BB, then visit at Buster Guyana or Turbo_Caribbean on IG or Facebook for details. Live the island dream, get money. Live the island dream.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall. In the region, Trinidad's Housing Minister David Lee was granted $1 million bail as the state prepares to lay an indictment against him and businessman Yu Leong Pao, Trinidad Guardian reports. The two, who did not appear virtually before Master Lisa Singh Philip after falling ill on Tuesday and remaining hospitalized today, are charged with conspiring to defraud the state over the importation of a $2 million Mercedes-Benz. The state alleges that Lee falsely claimed ownership to benefit from parliamentary tax exemptions. On April 7, 2025, Acting Chief Magistrate Christine Charles dismissed all charges, ruling that prosecutors had presented insufficient evidence after Lee's attorneys successfully made a no-case submission. Leong Pao was granted $600,000 bail. The men will be informed of their next court date after the state files its case. They were rearrested on a bench warrant, which means the matter will not restart, but will be called before a high court judge for trial. Colombia's President Gustavo Petro on Wednesday said the latest vessel in the Caribbean bombed by the United States may have been Colombian, with Colombian citizens aboard, which the White House called a baseless statement. U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday announced the latest in a series of military strikes targeting drug trafficking vessels off the coast of Venezuela, although the Pentagon has yet to confirm any such strike occurred on Saturday. Petro said in a post on X that there are indications that the last boat bombed was Colombian, with Colombian citizens inside, adding that the aggression is against all of Latin America and the Caribbean. If verified, the assertion would bring Colombia into the fray of a U.S. campaign that had previously targeted Venezuelan boats. The White House rebuffed Petro's statements. The United States looks forward to President Petro publicly retracting his baseless and reprehensible statement so that the U.S. and Colombia can return to a productive dialogue on building a strong, prosperous future for the people of both countries, a White House official told Reuters. The official said Colombia is an essential strategic partner despite policy differences, and the two countries share priorities including regional security. There have been at least 4 strikes in recent weeks on boats the U.S. says were transporting drugs, and the White House says 21 people have been killed in the operations. The attacks have inflamed tensions in the region, and Washington on Monday called off diplomatic outreach to Venezuela. And finally tonight, international news. Israel and Palestinian militant group Hamas signed an agreement on Thursday to cease fire and free Israeli hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners in the first phase of U.S. President Donald Trump's initiative to end the 2-year war in Gaza that has upended the Middle East. Israelis and Palestinians alike rejoiced after the deal was announced, the biggest step yet to end 2 years of war, in which over 6,000 to 7,000 Palestinians have been killed, and return the last hostages seized by Hamas in the deadly attacks that started it all. Hamas exiled Gaza chief Khalid al-Hayya said he had received guarantees from the United States and other mediators that the war was over. Israel's government, meanwhile, was due to ratify the agreement, which would allow the ceasefire to take effect. Under the deal, fighting will cease. Israel will partially withdraw from Gaza, and Hamas will free all remaining hostages in exchange for hundreds of prisoners held by Israel. At the White House, Trump said he believed it would lead to lasting peace. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.